sent to the Forbidden Forest.
The flames twisted higher, throwing wild shadows across the walls. Amara could not look away from the dark figure inside the fire. It had no clear face, yet she felt its eyes burning into her. Her stepmother stepped in front of her. "She is not yours," she said. The fire laughed. "She was mine before she was born." Amara's body went cold. Before she was born? The figure raised one long, shadowed hand. The cracked clay pot on the floor began to shake. The dark water inside bubbled like it was boiling. Then the voice whispered, "Ask her what your mother promised me." Amara turned slowly toward her stepmother. "What promise?" The woman's lips trembled. For the first time, she looked old, tired, and broken. "Your mother was dying," she said. "The village healer could not save her. She went to the Forbidden Forest and begged the spirit for life." Amara shook her head. "No, my mother would never bargain with that thing." "She didn't bargain for herself," the stepmother whispered. "She bargained for you." The fire cracked sharply. "She asked the forest to let you live," the voice said. "And in return, she promised me your shadow." Amara looked down at the floor. Her shadow lay beneath her feet, but it was moving slightly, as if breathing. "No," she whispered. Her shadow lifted one hand. Amara did not. She stumbled backward, but the shadow stretched toward the fire. Her stepmother grabbed a knife and sliced her own palm. She pressed blood onto the ash symbols near the door. The room shook, and the fire dimmed. The voice growled, "You cannot delay the dead forever." Then the flames collapsed into smoke. But on the wall, Amara's shadow remained standing, even after she had fallen. By morning, the whole village knew something was wrong. The man Amara had seen outside was alive, but he could no longer speak. His shadow had vanished completely. The elders gathered near the great baobab tree. Some blamed Amara. Others blamed her stepmother. "She brought the forest curse into our homes," one elder said. Amara stood silent as everyone stared. Then a blind old woman stepped forward. She had white eyes and a necklace made of carved bones. "No," the old woman said. "The curse was already here. The girl only woke it up." The blind woman touched Amara's forehead. Instantly, Amara saw another vision. Years ago, villagers stood at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, offering drums, goats, gold, and prayers. But among them was her real mother, holding a newborn baby, Amara. The village was not afraid of the forest then. They worshipped it. The vision shifted. A young girl was dragged into the trees as sacrifice. She screamed while the villagers sang. Amara pulled away, horrified. "You all fed it," she said. The elders lowered their eyes. The monster was not born in the forest. It was invited. The village chief stepped forward angrily. "Do not listen to her. She is already corrupted." But Amara noticed something strange. The chief had a shadow, but it was too large, too sharp, and it pointed in the wrong direction. The blind woman whispered, "Look carefully, child." Amara focused. The chief's shadow twisted like a snake and smiled. Her heart pounded. "You made a new pact," she said. The chief's face hardened. Then he smiled, not kind, but knowingly. Someone had to keep the village alive. The crowd stepped back. Some gasped. Others looked away, as if they already knew. Amara felt anger rising inside her. "How many people did you give to the forest?" The chief's smile disappeared. "Enough to keep famine away. Enough to keep sickness from our children. And my mother?" He paused. That pause was the answer. Amara's dark veins returned, crawling up her arm. The ground beneath her feet cracked. Her stepmother rushed forward. "Control it, Amara!" But the power felt warm now, familiar, almost comforting.
For one terrifying moment, Amara wanted to let the power loose. She wanted the chief to feel the fear her mother felt. She wanted the whole village to confess. Then she saw a little boy hiding behind his grandmother, crying. The darkness inside her paused. Amara closed her fist and forced the power back. The cracks in the ground stopped spreading. The chief watched her carefully. "You are weaker than I thought." Amara looked at him. "No, I am not you." The blind woman smiled faintly. But behind the chief, his shadow whispered, "Not yet." The blind woman led Amara and her stepmother away from the crowd into a small hut filled with herbs, bones, and old masks. "There are 7 bindings," the old woman said. 7 problems created by 7 sins of this village. Each binding feeds the final spirit. Amara listened closely. "If you break them," the woman continued, "you weaken the forest spirit. But if you fail, it will take not only your shadow, it will wear your body." Amara swallowed. "What is the first binding?" The old woman pointed to the cracked clay pot. "The well of taken names." That night, Amara stood before the cracked clay pot as the blind woman chanted. The dark water inside began to rise without spilling. Faces appeared on the surface. Children, women, men, all trapped beneath the water. Then one face rose above the rest. Amara stopped breathing. It was her mother, but her mother's eyes were black. Her lips moved slowly, forming words Amara wished she had never heard. "Do not save me, Amara." Then another voice spoke from inside the pot. Amara's own voice. "Because I am not your mother anymore." The voice echoing from the pot didn't just fade away. The dark water suddenly surged upward, shaping into a long, shadowy arm. Before Amara could pull back, cold, wet fingers clamped around her wrist. "You cannot leave us," the mother thing whispered, its grip tightening like ice. The blind woman slammed her staff onto the floor. "The first binding is awake!" she cried. "Pull away, child, or it will pull you in!" But Amara couldn't move. She was staring at her own wrist, where the dark veins were spreading faster than ever, crawling directly toward her heart. Will Amara fall into the well of taken names? What happens if the dark veins reach her heart? The terrifying journey continues in episode 4, The Well That Remembers. If you are hooked on this story, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments, would you try to save your mother, even if she turned into